About week 6 power rankings. So starting off with number 10, I'm gonna have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers down 3 spot. They really should have won that game on Thursday against the Falcons, but there was a kind of defensive meltdown. The Buccaneers offense is still very, very good. They put up about 30 points against a decent Atlanta defense. Baker Mayfield's having one of his best games. Bucky Irving has been alright other than his fumble, and Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are one of the better wide receiving duos. And even though the Bucks defense had a pretty bad game versus the Falcons, they have had a decent year. I still have the Bucks at number 10. They have their offense especially has been playing real good. Number 9, I'm gonna have the team that beat the Bucks, the Atlanta Falcons, on this list for probably the first time probably first time ever since I started making power rankings. Atlanta, Kirk Cousins really kind of came alive versus that Bucks defense. And I feel like Kirk has been getting better from week to week to week, and that offense has been getting better. And so has the skill position players. The Falcons on offense definitely have the talent, and now they have a good quarterback. And that Falcons defense to me is decent, nothing great or anything, nothing bad. They're just a good, above average defense. I have them at number 9. They're well balanced. Number 8, I'm going to have the Green Bay Packers also back on this list. It was not a pretty win over the Rams, but I think that Packers defense has been pretty good so far this year. And that offense, Jordan Love looked better. Still not 100%, but they look better, and that offense should only improve once Love is fully healthy. And like I said, that Packers defense I think has been playing well. It's probably the reason they're number 8 right now. Number 7, I'm going to have the Buffalo Bills down 3 spots. It was a tight game versus the Texans, but it was not a good game of the Bills. Josh Allen had a terrible game. The wide receivers are bad. The tight ends are not great. Their defense has been playing well, especially in the second half versus the Texans and pretty much all throughout the seasons outside that Ravens game. But the Bills looking somewhat fraudulent on offense, but I think their defense is legit. Then number 6, I'm going to have the Washington Commanders up 2 spots. Commanders, they beat up on the Browns. Jalen Daniels continues to look really good. The offense continues to look really good. I think their defense, I know they haven't played anybody great offensively, but I think their defense has been improving ever since week 1. So this Commanders going up as well. Number 5, I'm going to have the Baltimore Ravens up a spot. Ravens, they had a very exciting win over the Bengals. Lamar did a great job. Derrick Henry got shut down, but he did have that big run in OT. But I'm really concerned about that Ravens defense and offensive line. Like they allowed 38 points and 5 touchdowns to Joe Burrow. You can't keep doing that and expect to win the Super Bowl. However, I think their offense did great. So I have the Ravens number 5. And they have won 3 straight, and they have looked much better ever since that loss against the Raiders. And then you have number 4, the Houston Texans up a spot. Houston played another tight game, but they got the win again. Texans offense, for some reason, they did great in the first half. I think once Nico Collins got injured, their offense disappeared. So hopefully that's not a continuing trend. Because our offense is good, but it has the talent, but hasn't exactly produced it yet. But I was really impressed by that Texans defense. They shut down Josh Allen. They slowed down James Cook. They stopped a pretty good Bills offense, and I think their defense all year has been playing decent or very good. So the Texans are still on number 4. The number 3, I'm gonna have Detroit Lions staying where they are. They're on the bye week, so nothing to say there. And number 2, I'm gonna have Minnesota Vikings dropping down a spot. They got the win, a pretty decently convincing win versus the Jets. That Vikings defense, I'll give them the credit. They've been really good, probably statistically the best defense so far this year. However, Sam Darnold did not have a very good game, and there's a couple of key injuries to Sam Darnold and Aaron Jones, which might impact them, which is why I dropped them. Teams that dropped down, I'm going to have the 2 NFC West teams, the Seahawks and the Niners, both looking really fraudulent right now, and both are coming off of upset losses. Seahawks, they lost to the Giants, while the Niners, they lost to the Cardinals. Seahawks, it could just be injuries. Both these teams have suffered injuries, and that's probably why they look fraudulent, but they're both, like I said, coming off bad losses, so I got to drop them out. Number 1, I'm going to have the Kansas City Chiefs back on this list. Even with Pacheco injured, with Rashee Rice injured, I was really impressed with that Chiefs offense. They were efficient, although they could have finished a couple more drives with touchdowns and field goals. But Kareem Hunt, Juju turned back the clock. that offense worked without two key pieces, and that defense continues to be very good. So there you have it, my NFL Week 5 power rankings.